Aka samarata shada rasa marayapi. 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 Tayata gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhi soha. Through the power of the great truth of the words of the Assorted Three Jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles, and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Kriye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered to mentally transform. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginner's time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Okay, the Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with great gathering of Sangha of monks and a great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. At the same time, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas also to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputra said to Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita? Addressed in this way, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Sariputra, O Sariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita should see in this way, seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness. Emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Sariputra, all dhammas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dhammas, no eye dhatu, up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dhammas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance, up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajna Paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times by means of Prajna Paramita fully awakened to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajna Paramita, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, unequal mantra, the mantra that comes all suffering, should be known as truth. Since there is no deception, the Prajna Paramita mantra is said in this way. Nayata Om Gati Gati Bhargati Bharsam Gati Bodhi Swaha. Thus, Sariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train and profound Prajna Paramitas. Then the Blessed One arose from the Samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajna Paramita, just as he have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Sariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, the whole assembly, and the world of his gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. Yeah, I'm sorry, I made a mistake at the 4 immeasurable. I didn't read the may all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness and its causes. I forgot about this. I'm so sorry. Okay, then let's take a break here.
Thank you, Anila.
Evening.
Hello, good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening,
Rinpoche.
Rinpoche.
Good morning, Lamala. This is Chuck. Thank you.
Morning.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, 师傅。
晚上好。
Evening.
Wow,
Evening.
Jack very
Evening,
tantric
Rinpoche.
practitioner.
Chuck, very
Good
good
evening,
you.
Rinpoche.
Huh?
Evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening,
师
Rinpoche.
傅晚上好。
师傅晚上好。
Good evening, good day, good morning, good wherever you are. Better we good heart. Let me check. Oh, page 4. So many people never turn on the camera. Page 4 and page 5. Yeah. Okay. So let's set a motivation that we are here to we rejoice in each other's effort to come together to practice Dharma, to cultivate some Dharma. I think we have to rejoice in each other's merits and each other's efforts. Also very important for each and every one of us to have this motivation that we want to become awakened, that we are here primarily for each other and each other's awakening and for our own awakening to become a Buddha. Because very frankly speaking, only with perfect awakening and perfect enlightenment can we truly be able to be of service to help and to help others, to help other sentient beings. It's very cute. Ani Dechen, they have this old man there. Yeah. So so this is very important motivation. We pray for everything else is okay, but the everything else should not become the main reason why we are practicing and cultivating Dharma. The everything else should not be the most important factor in this worldly time. To say we don't need worldly help is also not practical. We all need worldly. We also all need worldly blessings. We also need divine support and divine intervention. So the reason here is, why do we need? Okay. So this is something that is very important. Why do we all need? Right. So we all need because only one reason is that we are not perfect. There is not a single one of us here who have not made stupid mistakes. You know, I'm doing I'm in like a retreat, right? So in this retreat, there's one line where there's a confession to Vajrasattva. And it's a really interesting, every day in my prayer, every day that line strikes me so hard, that line says this, purify me when times when I am stupefied. I feel it's a reality. We are very often stupefied. Yeah, we think we are very intelligent, we think we are very wise, we think we are very knowledgeable, but really we are stupefied. Stupid because whatever the reason, whatever the condition, whatever the this, whatever the that, we don't have to explain because we all make stupid mistakes, isn't it? We all make stupid mistakes. We all uh, break our vows. We all break our bonds with the guru, with one another. We all have wrong view. We all have this and that. So understanding things to from this point, it is very important that we don't become what we don't want other people to become for ourselves. And that is a fundamentally, we don't become judgmental. Okay, that is the most important point. Why? Because you see, digestion of Dharma equates to real digestion of Dharma equates to real kindness. There's two kinds of people that are very successful. Two types, or maybe two kinds. First type is, they're very successful, but they are very black and white. And it's very easy to be black and white. And many people are very frightened of the black and white people. Why? Because everybody is afraid to be judged, and everybody have moments that we are unsure of. And the easiest time for each and every one of us to understand is that, all of us are afraid of examinations. We all get butterflies, and we all get cold sweat, sweaty palm, before you go for an exam or go for a test. And why are we so afraid? It's because we are afraid of being judged. We study on our supposed best of our efforts or capability due to our differing intelligence, right? But the truth is that your intelligence, my intelligence, does not equate to deep comprehension of what is being taught. For the same thing is when teachers teach in school, right? When teachers teach in school, from the same textbook, different teachers from different class teach differently, and so therefore the result comes so vastly different. So that's why many people say is the when you want to learn the Dharma, some people can only listen from this person, some people can only listen from that person. Number one is marriage is very important. Okay, our own marriage, Sanskrit the punya. Okay, our own marriage is very important, right? And the next thing is marriage, how our marriage lead us to, okay, or where our marriage lead us to. So marriage is very important. Maybe I need to switch off my clock. Okay, so marriage is very important. Number two, previous course is very important. Okay, previous course is very important. So you see, we are trying to get many good things, but the very many good things that we want to have can only happen if a previous seed was planted. And we ask ourselves, if we honestly ask ourselves, in our daily life, how many thoughts are virtuous? How many actions are virtuous? Okay, I don't expect any of us to have a 100% white and virtuous thought. I don't expect that. But if we honestly just weigh the situation of the black and the white, so many of us, honestly speaking, are in the situation of neutral or black seeds. Okay, what do we mean by black seeds? The seeds of self-cherishing is considered a black seed. Okay, so why do we need to do purification practice? Many people always ask me, oh, why do we need to do purification? Every day I'm still doing my homework. I don't do bad things. I don't harm other people. So then I don't need to do this purification. This purification is for people who have done bad deeds, have done this and done that. Now, if we seriously look at ourselves in our day-to-day life, honestly, it's unbelievable the amount of black seeds that we have sown. Now, the black seeds does not necessarily equate that you are going to hell. I would say the black seeds, what it means here, the seed here means the continual causes of being born again in a deep samsaric situation. Okay? Give you an example of love. Love is just love. Can everybody just love everybody and everybody just accept everybody? Okay? Can. But culture cannot. But society cannot. But people cannot accept many people cannot accept many people who are gay or lesbian or bisexual or transgender or this or that. You see? So, this is not the love that Buddha is talking about. So, the love we are talking about right now is really not easy to really bring alive. Okay? But it's not that it cannot be done. It's just that we have to allow ourselves to accept it, to live it, to learn from it, to love one another non-possessively. This is something that is very important. Okay? So, possessiveness is something that each and every one of us really suffer from. Possessiveness not necessarily over because of love, uh, selfish love. It can also be because of things, possessive of things, possessive of company, possessive of friendship, possessive of so many of their own concepts, how each other want to think, how each other want to feel and everything. So that's why we need to practice Dharma. That's why we need to support one another. And that's why I want to thank you for attending teaching. Okay? So it is easy to say, oh, just attend teaching and this and that. But really, when you want to, the time to attend teaching, really when it's the time to attend, really when it's the time to do, it takes effort, it takes this and that. So that's why we have to rejoice in, they always say, ordinary beings' merits and Aryan beings' merits. Okay? All rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. This can be explained as two types: beings that we deem they are holy of refuge, and beings that we deem are lesser than us or ordinary people like ourselves. Or it can also be understood as in our ordinary time, maybe when we forget that we are Buddhists, we forget that we are this and that, then we just in the mind do good deeds and everything, action doing good deeds. And the other one is when we are actually suddenly with awareness, I'm a bodhisattva, I've taken bodhisattva vows and this and that, so I make effort to do this and that. Okay, so this is something that's very important for each and every one of us to have this thought, uh, to have this thought of needing to uh, have this thought of needing to practice or needing to attend teachings and this and that. So actually, there's some questions here. So in the teachings during the recent Guru Pumso, you have shared about letting our Buddha nature to be the guru of our own mind. May I request you to elaborate what it means and how we are able to cultivate it in our daily life? So you see, very easily, okay, I will just want to put it in this simple way. The simple way is this: you know, certain things that you are paid to do because of your job, you have to do. Because of your work, you have to do. Then, but you know, in your conscience and given a choice, you don't do. You understand? Right? So actually, if it is your choice, you won't do. Actually, if it's you had the power, you wouldn't do. But because it is part of your job, part of your duty, part of your work commitment, you have to do. So this is what we say. Your conscience is part of your Buddha nature. You know? And the other one is what you're supposed to do, or what you're supposed to be paid to do, or what you're expected to do. So just now I said there are two kinds of people. One kind of person is the very black and white. It's very easy to be black and white because if you're not white means you're black. If you're not black means you're white. The other type is the older generation, somebody who is maybe want to say like grandfather like or grandmother like. Okay, where you understand that young people make mistakes. You young people are trying and going through life, and we make mistakes, and we screw up, we fall down, and this and that, and so what happens? You forgive, and then you also you want to teach people how to be better, right? Instead of judging people. It's very easy to judge somebody and then just cut and say that, okay, then this is this, that, and then that's it. You draw the line, that's it. I mean, that person is being banished forever. Okay? So, but a reality is so many people are like that. This is the reality of life. Okay? So, given this fact, you know, there are so many things that are not taken into consideration. Cause, condition, and effect. Merit of the people involved. Experience of the people involved. Compassion, the depth of compassion of the people involved. Okay, so this is something that is very important, that we all wish to meet with a compassionate this, a compassionate that. What is the real benefit? The real benefit is actually compassion. To be compassionate and to be kind. So many people says that, oh, many other religion, also talk about being compassionate and being kind. But here we are saying that, yes, that is the real benefit where ordinary people can experience, can feel, and can benefit. But what is the real bodhisattva attitude that we should all have is this, or this what I call the spirit of enlightenment, that we want to become enlightened for not only for ourselves but also for others. And that is important because if when we have the spirit of enlightenment, we are not only bringing hope to other people, we are also influencing. Okay, now maybe this word I've been hearing recently the last 2 weeks. We are actually, if we really do our prayers and we really feel and then we really make effort, we are actually influencers in our own way. We are influencers in our own groups of friends. You understand? Maybe out of your 10, 20 friends, only one, you are the one that has the heart to become enlightened. So what does enlightenment here mean? It means the heart that has experienced the light. Not just see the light, but felt the light, has experienced the light. And so therefore, the heart wants to be the light. Not only for ourselves, but also for others. You understand? So when we say we want to be the light, here really means we want to be able to give light to everybody. And this light is something that, seems like ordinary, but really makes a difference, because if there's a blackout and there's no electricity and it's all dark, the strange thing is all it takes is a candle flame, a light of a single candle flame or a oil lamp to make everybody feel at ease. Do you agree? Do you agree? All it takes is one small flame. Suddenly with flame, there is a hope for warmth. There's a hope for light. There's a hope for coming together. And everybody in the dark will always be attracted to the light. Okay? So we should see the spirit of enlightenment as such. Okay? That we want to be and we want to try and we want to experience to be the light. Okay? And to give light. See it as such. Okay? So this question about the Buddha nature, okay, the Buddha nature is the light, okay, and then you cultivate in your daily life means you think when everybody says it is the right thing to do, is it the society's norm, is it the people's norm, or is it your Buddha nature norm? What your Buddha nature is totally opposite. You should almost definitely opposite from society. I'm very honest to tell you. Okay? Society have so many things that everybody is conditioned to accept as the norm. But we all had to be conditioned to accept it as the norm. Okay? So what I'm saying here right now is use your natural heart. Like for example, I don't know about you because we have so many different race of people here, right? My dialect group, Chinese culture, my dialect group, there's a saying: if there's a gathering of friends and then you agree to come together, so if it's like to have a happy occasion, okay, then you must eat a chicken, okay, or a chicken will have to be served, okay. So Cantonese saying 無雞不成宴, okay. So even if you can have a whatever course meal, but if you didn't have a chicken in the meal, then it doesn't become like a proper offering. a proper celebration or a proper banquet or a proper celebration of sorts, right? Now we're saying this is a talk about the chicken, right? So then it becomes like an ego thing, right? Oh, the chicken. But if you ask a young child, and then you've got chickens running around, they say, "Oh, there's somebody is coming. Someone is coming to for dinner, and then we're gonna welcome the guests. Okay, uh, catch the chicken, and we're gonna kill the chicken." What would the child say? The child say, "Yay." Will the child clap, or will the child say, "Don't kill the chicken"? You understand what I'm saying? The child will say, "Don't kill the chicken." Almost 100%, I'm telling you, the child will naturally say, "Don't kill the chicken." Okay? We are born into our families receiving the effects of our previous lives. We are born into this life experiencing the effect of our previous life. So, if we are born blind, you cannot purify that for this life. You are born handicapped. So therefore, we definitely have to think whether we have caused harm to others. If we have caused harm to others, we have to purify it, because if not, then we may suffer the consequences of being born handicapped, or being born this and being born that. Right? I have seen many people who have who practice, who believe in racism, who believe in who is high caste and who is low caste and this and that, who is high class, who is low class, who is high caste and who is low caste. The next life they born into the very, very low caste. Right? Those who cultivate it, were born very, very, very difficult situation where without a choice they have born into such a condition. Makes me really reflect. Now we have chance to purify. We better start to purify. Right? Our life may be good according to our own condition for now. But how long is the condition going to be good is questionable. The unfortunate situation for Malaysia right now, I'm praying for Malaysia, the COVID, the numbers, to go down, right? I really feel the people are suffering in Malaysia. Unfortunately, just look these few days, from 4,000 something, I was praying that, hoping, that it can go down so that it'll be easy for the people. Then suddenly, I think today's news say gone up 6,000 something. In I just saw the news, but I didn't wear spectacles, so I don't know whether it's 6,000 something. I think the Malaysians can confirm. But I just saw on Channel News Asia, but I didn't wear spectacles, so I thought it looked like 6,000 something. Okay. Anyway, it's sad, you see, and you see we are right now in the condition of suffering together in this pandemic. And so right now we say what caused this pandemic is the cause is the common karmic conditioning of greed. Right? Okay? It is the common karmic conditioning of greed, where we have and it's not enough and we want some more and we want some more. Look at the huge amount of carbon footprint that we leave behind. That is what caused things like that to happen. It's not that as though SARS didn't happen before. It's not like as though Ebola didn't happen before. It's not like the in the past, had the Spanish flu, and then we had all the Black Death, and all the past. Not that these things didn't happen before. Many things happened, but we just simply didn't change our lifestyle, change our mindset. Our mind style, change our mind style, change our lifestyle. Okay? So, we really need to reflect and think about how we really want to recondition our life. Okay? So, next question is from my experience as a beginner, we can easily fall into the extremes of what we think is Buddha Dharma. What is the common sign that one is too extreme as a practitioner, and how should we avoid this? Thank you for your wisdom and kindness. So anyway, what is the common sign of too extreme? To me, the common sign of extremism is judgmentalism. A good example of the judgmentalism is when somebody suddenly decides to be vegetarian, then everybody must be vegetarian. Okay? And then somehow, somewhere, the whole thing just spirals out of hand, and then everything must be vegetarian. If you're not vegetarian, you're not pure, you're not good enough, and this and that. Why do I say about this vegetarian thing is because Devadatta, Buddha's cousin, requested Shakyamuni Buddha that all people, all the monks and nuns, and the Buddhists must become vegetarian. Okay, this is one of the requests made by Devadatta to Shakyamuni Buddha, and Lord Buddha said no. Okay, why? Because if we really think about it, at the time in India, there were so many people who were already pure vegetarians, right? Pure Brahmins, high Brahmins, pure vegetarian, but they didn't become enlightened. They didn't even purify themselves and awaken into arhatship. Not even arhatship. Not even having nirvana. Okay. So extremism is extremism of everything is empty. Okay, and then so therefore they say that since everything is empty, so killing also empty, so you can kill. So some people have wrong view like this. If we know since everything is empty, so everything becomes a cause and effect. When we say everything is empty, I'm thinking so much these days, what is the best way to think that how do you say everything is empty? How is another way to express? So I was thinking maybe one of the maybe easier way for ordinary people is everything is non-substantial. Okay, maybe everything is non-substantial, insubstantial or non-substantial. Okay, if we say some people practice I am empty, I am non-substantial, I as a person is insubstantial, okay, but phenomena is substantial. Okay, house is real, mountain is real, everything is real. Self is not real, but external thing is real. This is also mistake. Okay, this is also mistake. Some say self is not true, not doesn't really truly exist, but external truly exist. Other gods truly exist. Okay, so we have to pray to eternal God. This also mystic. Okay, so we say we have to be free from the four extremes: the extreme of permanence of self, the extreme of permanence of others, the extreme of nothing exists, and the extreme of everything truly exists. So these are the four extremes. We have to be clear about this ourselves. Okay, so any other thing falls under this. Like, I truly exist, so I need to be pure. I need to practice the pure Dharma. Right? I was thinking of maybe, hopefully, I will have somebody to help me. I was trying to think about writing a book called Beyond Pure. I was thinking about the title. What will be the title be if I write the book? Maybe I was thinking, say, Beyond Pure. Because pure usually means the most pure. I was thinking beyond pure. What goes beyond purity? Okay, so with this, so what goes to there is a very, very important for each and every one to understand. Okay, the extreme. So the extreme of uh, expecting other people to behave right, expecting other people to believe in whatever you believe, expecting other people to eat or follow a diet that you believe is best, and so then we end up like, uh, there's no heart connection, right? So anyway, uh, there's the next question here. You mentioned that Dakini is dancing in between and has pure view, but not all Dakinis are Buddha, and some Dakini are Buddha. Yeah. Question is, does having pure view, seeing unfabricated nature of the mind, then one is awakened and Buddha? What really is Buddha? Buddha is beyond pure. To see unfabricated nature of mind does not equate to Buddha. Just like we see suffering of beings does not equate to compassion, does not equate to change. A good example would be, have you seen, you can just, nowadays it's very easy, you just go to YouTube, right? And then you just type killing of animals, or butchery or abattoir. Okay. Of that, I want to share and praise a great deed of Desmond Siak. Okay, well, everybody call Tai Lo. He is so kind. He did a great, exceptional deed. This I really praise and honor. He convinced a manager to put Nam Gyalma mantra above the door, where pigs have to go through the door to be slaughtered. Yeah. So every month, on an average, I think, if I didn't remember wrongly, I think that 36,000 few hundred pigs go through that door to be slaughtered. And he convinced the manager to put the Nam Gyalma mantra, the mantra wheel above that door for the animals. I think I feel so indebted to him. You know, this is something really powerful and kind of him to do to benefit the animals who, walk through that door means there's only one way, is to be murdered. So we see meat and then we eat meat does not equate to compassion and thinking that I want to eat less meat, or I want to maybe become vegetarian, or I just eat little bit, or can don't eat means don't eat. That just is my thought. Yeah, is if we really say all sentient beings are my mother, I asked my mother. In fact, I was telling uh, my children, and said, if we have a situation that that I'm dead, and then there is some accident and everything, and there's no other food, then you should cook my body and eat it, so as to stay alive and to keep well, right? In fact, I also said, in fact, if my mother my mother was there, and I also said, I'm sure if you ask grandmother, if we are in an aeroplane, a plane crash in a mountain, and this, you have no choice but to eat to survive, your your grandmother will also want you to cook and eat her body, to eat her body to survive. You see? Yeah. We should have this kind of, when you're eating, you are feeling sad, that oh, I eat this meat and this and that, I'm really indebted to all these animals, and then after that I really pray for them. I really recite mantras and dedication for them. This, I feel, maybe more our natural Buddha nature and our natural conscience. Tiobo, correct? Right? If you had to eat the corpse of your mother to survive, would you do it like, oh, my mom's flesh is really delicious. How should I cook my mom? I'm sure it is not the thought, isn't it? There wouldn't be such a thought, right? But what I'm saying is that if there is such a situation, then the situation should make us to have like the thought that, we should really not take the flesh of other beings for granted. Really, we should think, really we should feel, and then really we should try to readjust our dietary preference of thinking, like, we should want, and we should eat, and we should this, and we should that, and everything. Just naturally try to be more of a person who can eat with a natural conscience. And this is the I feel the natural thing to do. I feel this is the natural thing to do. Okay? Yeah. So what really is Buddha? What really is Buddha? Tell you also you don't know. Bring you there is too far away. Slowly, step by step. Okay? We go experience the Buddha. Yeah. 跟你讲你还不知道，带你去又太远，对吗？ Yeah. Maybe Vincent Kessler know what is Buddha.
So I don't know. Please teach us what is Buddha.
Huh? Buddha cannot be taught. Buddha has to be experienced.
Please bring us to experience it, Sifu.
Huh? Oh. You have to ask Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama, he knows. And Kamapang. Ask Dalai Lama and Kamapang, they know.
Yeah, Kamapang knows. I don't know anything.
Don't
I
push
shoot
everything
arrow.
to me. Dalai Lama.
I shoot arrow. Hey, you were slow, so I shot the arrow.
What to do? I'm older than you, so slower than you lah.
Yeah, so you can ask the Kamapang and Dalai Mama. They,
slow
yeah.
lah, more than you.
Yeah. Okay, so I answered all the questions and I said what I wanted to say. So does anybody have any questions to ask? You can ask directly, just unmute yourself.
Sorry, Rinpoche, there's one devotee who submitted this question. So the question goes, in the King of Prayer text, there's this line, Buddhas who have found the passionless stage of enlightenment. What does this passionless stage of enlightenment mean? Please explain to us to understand better. Thank you.
Like every week I got exam, you know. I don't know how was the situation of my life since young, right? My guru, will ask me Dhamma question just there and then, and I have to ask, and I end up, now I have to also answer question and then. Okay, I give you an example. Let us look at the background of Jamie Sim. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Thank you, Sifu.
Okay, so we look at the background of Jamie. Can you see that Jamie's background is the sun, the sand, and the sea? Okay. There's something that's also known as the sky background, right? So what is passionless enlightenment? The Buddha's passionless enlightenment is the white, clear blue sky. It is all-encompassing. He accepts all. And he doesn't judge the wind. He doesn't judge the clouds below him. Doesn't judge or control the clouds. Even there's a hurricane or lightning or thunderstorm or what do you call this? This one happens in America. Only happens in America somehow. Tornado and what? Hurricane, I think. Right? Yeah. So still is passionless because he passionless state of enlightenment, he sees all this as the karmic seeds ripening, but it will blow past. Doesn't take sides because of passion. Doesn't say that you are right and you are wrong. With all expansive wisdom and realization, okay, accept all, helps all, teach all, support all, bless all. So passionless state of enlightenment. But it is enlightenment. Okay, it means there is light, there is light, and there is awareness. So that's my answer to you. Okay, any other question? If not, then I'm very happy because no more oral exam. You got anything can ask Dalai Mama and Kamapang also, no problem. Anybody can ask anybody anything so that I can be listening to each other. Good idea, right? Maybe I ask you all questions then you all can answer. Right, James? James Young?
Hi, Sifu. Not bad, not bad. I think it's also good. Can give a shot.
So start with who? Start with you.
No problem, Sư. Lại à?
Okay, I'll start with you. You arrow somebody in here that I can ask a question.
Arrow ah.
Yeah, you arrow.
I arrow myself first lah.
Wow. Very kind. Very kind. So I want to ask, what is the purpose of continuously cultivating Dharma?
What's the purpose?
Yeah, what's the purpose? So easy to get bored, right? So boring.
To be honest, it is actually. And also sometimes really need discipline to do so. Especially, I still don't know why. Sometimes like missing the goal. So must continue, keep on tell yourself consciously that why we're doing this is to benefit others and to have a better life in future.
Okay, so I have a counter suggestion. To benefit others, okay, for all beings to have a better life and towards quick awakening.
Thank you, Sifu.
Whatever we are suffering from, we pray that all beings don't suffer from it. Whatever we are enjoying, we pray that all beings can experience it. Whether it is worldly enjoyment or Dharma enjoyment, whether it is worldly pain or Dharma pain, we pray for all beings that, either they enjoy or they be purified and don't experience such things. And if you dare think that since I'm suffering from it now, then I take it all, and then may all beings not suffer from this. And then it becomes very scary, right? Because may all the beings of this bad situation, it absorb into my heart, right? And then may I just suffer from it alone. You give all the good merits to all beings. Then actually there's a second part 2 to it, that how you can break free from it. Actually, I think the Americans are not here, right? So I'm going to teach you, okay? So just for you, for those in Malacca, James, I think the Americans are not here. I didn't see them. So you see, the secret is when all this suffering and everything comes to the heart, everything comes to the heart like a black metal. Because why I usually like to visualize and feel like it's metal, because it's very heavy, it's very dense, and then we are very bogged down by it, right? Correct? So then you, in your heart, you pray to Vajrasattva, you invoke Guru Vajrasattva to sit in front of you or sit on top of your head. Okay, then you ask Lord Vajrasattva, okay, maybe in future I will give Vajrasattva highest yoga tantra initiation. Then you pray to Vajrasattva, and then from Vajrasattva sitting on the crown, sit on here on the crown. Then from his heart sends a very, very, very powerful lightning and thunder to strike this. Okay, to strike this heavy iron and black mass of suffering and pain, that we are carrying, and we are carrying and suffering and holding the burden, the pain, the sadness and everything, that we are so bogged down and we are so lost and maybe even feeling hopeless. you must request Guru Vajrasattva, to send this lightning and thunder to whack this black mass, and then there's a huge atomic explosion. And then you recite this long Vajrasattva mantra. Okay, maybe at least 27 times, if you can, one mala. Then you can recite the English translation one time, just for blessing. Then after that, you do dedication. The English translation of the Vajrasattva long mantra is, when you read it, it's very touching. Okay, but it has no power if you recite it in English. The power comes only in Sanskrit. Okay, yeah. So when you complete a mala, then just before your dedication, you can recite one time in English to feel it, experience it. Then you dedicate merits, and then you dedicate to all the beings that have a connection. We are connected to since beginningless lifetimes, and for this lifetime. You don't have to dedicate to the beings of the future lifetime, because it's future, right? It doesn't have not happened yet, right? So those dedicate for future is a little bit ridiculous, right? So, but you plant all the good seeds now, and then you pray for all beings to experience the good seeds and the good condition and the good everything, then you'll be okay. Okay, so this is my secret for you, just for James Yong. Yeah. Because so kind, ma. You never sabo anybody. You sabo yourself. And then you benefit other beings. Right? Just like your job, right? You wash clothes for other people, right? So your shop, when you're washing people's clothes, you recite the Vajrasattva long mantra, and then all the clothes purified.
I stick some 10 powerful mantra in the water tank. So all the water goes into the cycling every time.
Good, but you have to recite. Stick is one thing, reciting more powerful.
Okay.
If that's the case, then myself, I just put a big speaker reciting mantra. I tell you, wow. Okay, so this just for you, James. Lucky the Americans not here. I didn't see them attending teaching.
Thank you so for this precious Dharma.
Okay. No other questions, right?
Rinpoche got Americans.
Where? Don't scare me, leh. Oh, hi, Tree. Hi.
Hi, Rinpoche.
Oh, hi, Emily.
Good morning, Rinpoche.
I have to click and see where you are.
I thought you said Malacca.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just saw Babette. Oh, hi, Babette. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah. So any other questions? Ile, any question from you? Have you memorized your prayers already, Ile? No response. Quickly left the teaching.
I'm mopping the floor.
Oh, you're mopping the floor. I see.
See prayer.
I told you what prayer to memorize already. What?
Every
Yeah,
time
10 years ago. 10 years ago, I told you.
every time I ask you what prayer, you say I don't need to chant prayer, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, you don't need the chant prayer. I'll remember.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you don't need to chant. You will memorize them from now onwards.
Always.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So with that, then will complete tonight's teaching. I was thinking, actually, I want to do some explanation but that is for the Tantra side. So maybe next time, then I have to register. Then I'll give the teaching of the meditation or an explanation of Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Sambhava Shuddha Ham. Our translation of it, the meaning of it, okay, and what to feel and what to experience of it, I think that is a very, very beneficial for those who have received initiations, and rather than just to recite the word, but to experience and to understand. Okay, so if no other questions, then thank you. Good night for all over the world. You are Australia, Malacca, South Johor, Kota Tinggi, and US, and India, and from where? What else? Where else? Anyway, still inside samsara. Okay, yeah, it is ourself. Really, is ourself. Make ourselves to stay inside samsara. Yeah, so we have to grow out of that. Okay, thank you. May our precious body, mind, or that bond arise and grow. May that bond have no decline but increase forevermore. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rinpoche. Good night.
Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you,
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Rinpoche.
Bye-bye.
Rinpoche.